Good morning to all of you. Today we are discuss flight time in angular projectile motion. In previous lecture we discussed projectile motion, types of projectile. There are two types of projectile. First one is the horizontal projectile motion. When a projectile thrown from top of tower horizontally, then this type of projectile motion is called horizontal projectile motion. Second one is the angular projectile or oblique projectile motion. When we throw any body at any angle with horizontal like this, then this type of projectile motion is called angular projectile motion or oblique projectile motion. And angle of a projected body from horizontal is called angle of projection. Path of projectile motion is the parabolical. In first lecture we derive the equation for the angular projectile motion, and today we derive expression for flight time. What is the flight time? Flight time is the time in which any projected body presents in air. That means total time taken by projectile to reach from projected point to point where projectile fall on the ground, like this. This one is the x-axis, this one is the y-axis, and this one is the velocity of projected body, and this is the path of projectile. This one is the maximum point, maximum height attained by the projectile. This is the velocity, this is the theta. Theta is the angle of projection. Now here we take two perpendicular component of velocity in along x-axis, here v naught cos theta, and here uy is equal to v naught sin theta. In projectile motion there are two motions together. First one is the linear motion, that means horizontal motion along x-axis, and the vertical motion along y-axis. This is the example of two-dimensional motion. So now here we derive the expression for flight time. Flight time of any projected body is given as capital T, and capital T is the 2 times the small t, where small t is the time of ascent or time of descent. What is the time of ascent? Time taken from O to A. A is the highest point of the trajectory. This is the trajectory, this is the highest point of trajectory. Time taken from O to A plus time taken from A to B is called flight time. So this one total time is, this time is t, and this is also t. So now flight time is 2t. At highest point vertical component is 0. That means Vy is 0. In projectile motion horizontal component remains constant at each point of trajectory. That means here horizontal component remains same, that means V naught. For motion O to A, what happens here? Initial vertical velocity is V naught sin theta, final vertical velocity is 0, acceleration is minus g because body goes upward and acceleration due to gravity is downward. Now T is T. This information here we use first equation of motion. According to first equation of motion, what happens here? Vy is equal to uy plus at. What is the value of vy? Vy is 0 and uy is the v naught sin theta, and the value of a is minus g. That means this becomes gt. So here gt is equal to v naught sin theta. That means t is equal to v naught sin theta divided by g. This one is the time of ascent. That means time taken from projectile to point A to A, and the same time to reach the projectile from A to B. That is flight time is 2 times the t. Now flight time. Now capital T is equal to 2 v naught sin theta divided by g. This one is the expression for flight time. Now second topic one is the maximum height attained by the projectile. Maximum height. That is a point or trajectory where vertical component become 0 is called maximum height. Now second one is the maximum height. Maximum height attained by projectile. Maximum height. For maximum height, that means motion from O to A. Motion from O to A. What is the initial vertical velocity? Initial vertical velocity is v naught sin theta, and the final vertical velocity is 0, and height h is equal to capital H, and acceleration is minus g. According to this information, we use third equation of motion. Now, according to third equation of motion, Vy square uy square 2ah, final velocity is 0. This one is the v naught sin theta whole square minus 2g small s, that means capital S. Here 2gh, this is a transfer in right side, left side, and here v naught square sin square theta. Then h is equal to v naught square sin square theta divided by 2g. So this one is the maximum height attained by the projectile. Now third one is the range of projectile. This one is the range. That means linear distance traveled on x-axis. That means horizontal motion. Now third one is the range. Range of projected body. What is the range? A range of projectile is defined as linear distance or linear displacement traveled by the projectile to reach from initial point to final point. So it is denoted by capital R. This range traveled on x-axis, and for x-axis there is a velocity component is v cos theta. That means range traveled by the v cos theta, and total time taken to reach the point O to B is the flight time. So now range is equal to v naught cos theta multiplied by flight time. From this figure, if we take here This one is the path. Path length is called distance, and the shortest distance between initial point and the final point is called displacement. That means a range is the displacement for the projectile motion. So now here r is equal to v naught cos theta, and here we put the value of flight time, that means 2 v naught sin theta divided by g. Here r is equal to v naught square 2 sin theta cos theta divided by g. Here 2 sin theta and cos theta, 2 sin theta cos theta gives sin 2 theta. So now range of projectile became r is equal to v naught square sin 2 theta divided by g. This one is the expression for range of projectile. Now some special cases related to angular projectile motion. In this analysis we found flight time is equal to 2 v naught sin theta divided by g, and h is equal to v naught square sin square theta divided by 2g, and here r is equal to v naught square sin 2 theta divided by g. This one is the expression for flight time. This one is the expression for maximum height attained by the projectile, and this one is the range of projectile. For maximum range, what happens? If here we found the maximum range, then what happens? Sin 2 theta is equal to plus 1, because the maximum value of sine is plus 1. So here sin 2 theta is equal to sin 90, that means 2 theta is equal to 90 degree, theta is equal to 45 degree. That means for maximum range, angle of projection is 45 degree, and the maximum range, that means r max is equal to v naught square divided by g. There is a question put up in examination, and there are a lot of times question put up in competitive examination. There are two angle of projection for same range. There are two angle of projection for same range. Now here range is equal to v naught square sin 2 theta divided by g. This is at angle of projection theta. Now let angle of projection is 90 minus theta. Then what happens? Now r dash v naught square sin 2 90 minus theta divided by g. That means here v naught sin 180 minus 2 theta divided by g. Minus theta gives sin theta. That means here r dash is equal to v naught sin 2 theta divided by g, it equal to r. That means there are two angle of projection, one is the theta and the second one is the 90 minus theta, for which range are same. Now it is clear by the figure like this. This is the and this is the. For this trajectory, let this one is the theta, and for this trajectory, this one is the 90 minus theta. If this one is the theta, then this one is the 90 minus theta. There are two angle of projection. First one is the theta, second one is the 90 minus theta, and for both angle of projection range are same. Let this one is the height for first trajectory and this one is the height for second trajectory, h2. Let h1 and h2 are the maximum height for angle of projection at theta and 90 minus theta. Then what happens? R is equal to now h is equal to what happens? h1 is equal to v naught square sin square theta divided by g 2g, and h2 is equal to v naught is sin square 90 minus theta divided by 2g. h1 at the angle of projection theta and h2 at the angle of projection 90 minus theta, and this gives v naught square cos square theta divided by 2g. Now h1 into h2 is equal to, now multiply these two, what happens? V naught power 4g square, and here sin square theta into cos square theta. Now here range is equal to v naught square g sin 2 theta, and it is also written as r is equal to v naught 2 sin theta cos theta divided by g. Now we take r square, v naught power 4, g square, here 4 sin square theta into cos square theta. Okay. This one is the equation number 1, and now this one is the r square, here 4 taken outside, are here 16 by 16, here v naught power 4 divided by 4g square sin square theta into cos square theta. In this expression we multiplied by 4 and also divided by 4. Here became 4 4 is 16 divided by 4. If we cancel this 4 to 16, 4 4 is 16, and we get this step. Now substitute the value. This one is the 16, and this one, this total value in this equation number 1, v naught power 4 4g square sin square theta into cos square theta. Now substitute the value here, h1 h2. This total value from equation 1 is h1 h2. Then here r is equal to 4 square root of h1 h2.